Hey, this is Becca from 3B Waxing, and you're now tuning in to the Banked Out Radio Show.
One time for the team that's gon' hustle for the green. All we know is grind till the dough come. This the Banked Out Radio Show. We controlling the globe and we second to no one. Every time we emerge, we putting that work in. Banked Out, do it for the culture. Putting on for the city that's 24/7. And we showing love like we supposed to. And we keep making moves by coastal. None of those suckers didn't believe, but I told you. Banked Out about to be a household name. And Banked Out mean we about more change. You don't even know just how I really get. You're rocking with the best, so tuned in when you better be. Plus we getting fancy like Nancy on every single day of the week. And chopping game like a Cherokee. Ballin' like Odell, tryna step more mill. Networking every way, it's about to be a movie. Gotta go big, it's the only way to do it. It's a conglomerate, we get into it. Plus we got heat for the streets while you puffin' on the cook shop leaf. Riding out on the interstate, we got indies and majors. We international players, all about getting paid. Make sure to tune in and tap in with the movement, cause it's about to go down. Shout out Discover, this captain of the mothership. If you ain't know, then you know now. We about to get bang down. Banked Out Radio Show. Sloan Child.
I can't stand you sometimes.
We got everything going, but yeah, everybody, y'all tuned into the Banked Out Radio Show. I am your host Andreas, and we have Miss Becca of 3B Waxing, who is representing California. Woohoo! Good morning to you.
Thank you, and good afternoon to you.
No, I told you I done had me a full day already. But yeah, so one, thank you for agreeing to do the interview. I appreciate it. But I always look at it like people don't have to do the interview. I've actually had some people who turn me down. But this people's own little things. But what was it? Okay. So this is how I learned about you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm always prowling and looking for Black businesses. One, I love highlighting Black businesses. That's the whole point of this podcast, radio show, multi-tiered, all of the things, or whatever. So I'm always searching on Instagram and Facebook, TikTok, whatever the case may be. And I saw that where one of the pages I follow that like to highlight Black businesses as well, there is an article or a post written that, a Black woman develops acne product and is huge and refused to sell. That caught my attention. I was like, oh, hell yeah, I got to see, I get the interview just from that perspective alone. So for everybody who's out there watching, and for the ones who are going to watch later on, Ms. Becca, can you give us an introduction to yourself? I know on your profile it says like you've been an esthetician for about 12 years now.
Yes. So, I'm Becca. I'm a pro waxer, skin therapist, and a licensed esthetician. I'm licensed in the state of California and in Arizona.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, so both states, because I'm originally from Arizona.
Okay.
And I just help people remove unwanted hair, acne, discoloration, ingrowns. And I have my salon suite where I do full body waxing, chemical peels, facials, and products. And really, from doing those services, that's how I came up. I have them right here. The acne and ingrown pads is what I'm known for. But that's what you saw the article on. And it's really been a journey. And it's really helped a lot of people with their skin, and they've been sold all over the U.S., the UK, Canada, the UAE, and the Netherlands, which I didn't even think that I would be selling products that went out of the country when I started this. So and I started 3B Waxing in 2017.
Okay.
So and I'm on Instagram, 3B Waxing. That's where you found me, where I go live constantly giving skincare information and waxing. And that's what I do.
I got questions for everything. So one, okay, so you've been an esthetician for 12 years. Is this your first, to me, you got separate businesses, but is this your first business?
Yes, it is. So, okay. You know how entrepreneurs have always really been like entrepreneurs, you know,
Uh-huh.
like, so there are things I used to do. So back in college, because I got my license when I was in high school, my esthetician license. So in college, I used to wax people in the dorm. So I had
Mhm.
like that side hustle. I was always like, there was a time period, and I still have the little bead kit because I'm just saving it for like just memories. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. But I used to
Mhm.
sell like bracelets and necklaces. So, you know, I've always had that like entrepreneur spirit.
Mhm.
And so then in 2017, I was like, I want to do this. This is, you know, what I do. And really, I just set out to take clients and have products, but it's become so much more. It's become me training estheticians, people flying out to get trained. It's just become so much more. And so
Mhm.
many different things that I do through Duaxing.
Yeah, so you just on and popping then.
I guess so. I know so. Yeah.
You know, you gotta get your your flowers in there. With your, I believe in giving people their flowers and things of that nature. So yeah.
I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, like I said, I just wish we would do this more for our community. But anyway, I don't want to get on that soap opera. Um, so okay, so I guess that's what it started. The actual okay, so the acne product is titled what again?
Acne and ingrown pads.
That's what it's called, acne ingrown pads. Okay.
Hmm.
So was it through the servicing of doing the waxing and being an esthetician and like having clients over the years that where you wanted to actually develop the product because you saw a problem? Is that what it was?
That's exactly what happened was that I saw, especially in our community, that like we needed something for ingrowns and acne, and a lot of stuff had alcohol in it. And it was just like all
Hmm.
this alcohol that was drying out our skin. And then
Yeah.
there wasn't ingredients that were helping us lighten up. Like, you know, when you get a bump or something, it darkens. We needed
Hmm.
something for that. So that's why I was like, I want lactic acid, I want salicylic, I want glycolic acid. And so then I noticed that, so I looked on the market because I wasn't planning on creating a product. I was just looking for a product to sell to my clients, but I couldn't
Yeah.
find it. So I was like, well, you know, I really wanted in pad form because I feel like it's easier for people. And
Hmm.
so, you know, so for the first few years, I private labeled and like was mixing things. But in 2020, what are we in? 2021, last year,
Hmm.
I've been working longer, but it came to manifestation last year. Is I've been working with the engineer to do it all my own
Hmm.
um, formula.
Okay, so I guess you saw the benefit of actually doing it though, as opposed to like keep private labeling whatever, making other people money and you can't really control. And then you have a lot of things that are out of your control too, like how other people do business and things of that nature, what kind of
Yes,
infrastructure that they have.
that's
See,
like
hey, see, I'm right here with you.
yeah, you know exactly how, because like
I
there was
speak your
some
lingo.
time. Yeah. I know one of your questions, you said what was some hurdles. That was one of them, is because I had to move around to different labs because I didn't like the ethics of some things. And it was like,
Hmm.
this is not, I operate in excellence and I want to give my clients excellence. And if they can't do that, then it's like, this is making me look bad. It's making me not show
Hmm.
up. So exactly what you said.
Okay, so as you're formulating it and you're getting it ready, like how long was that process as far as to get it from the idea and then actually to the product to where you're testing it out and getting that feedback?
So I technically count it as since 2017 to last year, because even when I was private label, I was doing so much data and like understanding ingredients and trying different products. But after I had been doing it so long and I knew that I was making money and people were seeing the benefits, it really didn't take me long to like, okay, work with the engineer. It took me about like 6 to 8 months,
Hmm.
I would say, because it's like I knew what I wanted. I knew who I was going to have test it. I knew, like, I had it all kind of just like, I've done all the work. Now I just need a boom, 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 boom to
Hmm.
get it out.
Um, so when you started getting feedback from everybody, was it what you anticipated, or did you discover anything that was a little bit different, or how was that?
Um, so I realized like people care about a lot about the smell. Like, so like these pads are stronger than my old ones, but they don't smell as strong. So that was one of the things that like I had gone back and worked on. There was like a list of things that were, the old pads, or like when I was doing my testing, they used to like rub off the fingers, so the fingers would get a little dry. And so we had to like work on that and like have it be aesthetically pleasing. And there's just a lot of those things. What the packaging that people wanted, because I've gone through all types of packaging, all types of labels. I mean, I literally was, and my mom has been one of my biggest supporters, my mom, my husband, but my mom was literally making me labels in the beginning and doing it. So I had to learn labeling. So yeah, all those things. But I think that I wasn't expecting it to be so popular and so like, oh my gosh, I'm selling online, like to people all over the country and out of the country, because this was only for my clients, like, you know?
Yeah. So how was that then? Because, as we do things and we sell products, they can take on a life themselves, right? Where we don't have to do a lot of pushing and stuff. And for other manufacturers or businesses want to come and actually buy yours, this means that you're actually making noise in the industry. Because they either, see you as like, they see you as either a threat to what they're doing and taking up their market share, or they see you as something that they want to partner with. At what point did you like really see that for your product?
I would say so there's two times. So like I've always kind of known like that I have something big, because I didn't know how I was gonna manifest or whatever, but I've always known that, I'm here to do something big in the industry. But when I just started getting like tons of order, it was just like, what the heck? Like, like where you just I'm like, oh my gosh. Like when it just started to become a lot, and I was like, okay, so this is going to be bigger than me. And other estheticians were reaching out to me in the beginning of holding them in their spot. So what I was doing in the beginning was just teaching them how to go to labs and figure it out and stuff like that. And in the beginning, I was giving my private label lab and all this stuff. But then during the pandemic, that's when I really started wholesaling. And it was like, okay, I can get this in other salons and, this can start growing. So I was like, okay, I have something here. I just got to keep going and, just keep the pace.
So how do you balance between the two? Because you still service clients in your practice, correct? And now you have a product that sells basically, like on its own, because you had all these people that have loved it and people are really resonating with it. And then, like you said, you're wholesaling as well. So I'm like, those are two different businesses. How do you find the time, or like, how do you pick and choose between which one you give your attention to?
So I used to work, it's funny you say this, because I used to work ridiculous amounts of like, where you're just waking up, working. And then, because I remember I used to go to the salon, take clients, and then in between, not really eat lunch and pack orders, then go drop them off. And it was a mess. So last year I was able to hire my mom on. Thank God for my mom. She now does the shipping. And so that has taken off a lot of the stress, and she is become my shipping manager. So I'm very thankful for that. And so it's just learning now and I've delegated some things to some virtual assistants. It's just now learning to give up that control. I just had a meeting with someone where I was talking about, I was like, I got to give up this control and like start giving more tasks to other people.
Yeah. As soon as you do that or whatever, you start to take yourself to the next level. And I get it though, because, we want to make sure that everything is right. But at the same time, our own mindset can keep us stifled. And we have to sometimes learn how to get out of our way and learn to
Yeah.
give up the control, and trust that we put in a great process to be able to still hit the same type of quality that we want as business owners.
Exactly.
Um, so what a freaking ant. So I mean, I get distracted. So how's the publicity been then? So because I imagine there's not many of our community in this particular space, right?
Hmm. Yeah,
Um,
so it's been really good. And I think that one thing I do, like I was saying earlier, how I go live so often on Instagram.
mhm,
I educate. I'm a teacher naturally. That's what I've learned during this whole process. And
mhm,
so I love to educate people. So not only am I like on here wanting people to purchase the product, but I'm like, this is why. These are the ingredients. This is why you need salicylic. This is why we need lactic acid. I would like people to know what they're putting on their skin.
mhm,
So whether they're getting the pads and getting other products, they know what's in them and
mhm,
are really going to their goals of feeling beautiful. Because the whole thing that I'm trying to do is help people feel confident
mhm,
and feel great in their skin. Because when you feel confident, you can do anything.
mhm.
So just educating them. It's been really good with Instagram. I think that's what sets me apart from the industry is that I'm always giving information and
Mhm.
educating, and then I'm consistent, and I'm in it. Like I get to know people almost on a personal level through social media. And that's how people have flown in to get services or flown in as estheticians to get trainings and then, get pads and stuff like that. So,
Mhm. So the manufacturing process, do you still I guess control that, or like how do you manufacture so many orders? I'm like, I know you're not there making them yourself, so
so it is a lab. So it's a lab, but I
okay.
control what goes in it. I control, I have basically the control of this is what goes,
Hmm.
the state of how I want things, ingredients, how I want things packaged.
Hmm.
Uh, so I have all that,
Okay.
which that is what that's something I didn't even think I could, like, just saying this to you. I was like, I used to think about this, but I didn't think that it would happen because for me, it's like, okay, I did this, on to the next thing, on to the
Hmm.
next goal,
Hmm.
So, yeah, I control everything. So the lab, that after they complete an order, it gets shipped out, and then my mom takes care of, my shipping manager takes care of getting them out there and that kind of thing.
You seem like a generational type of person to me, like wanting to build generational wealth. Is that okay? So that's the vibes I'm getting from you.
No,
Um,
you're picking up. Yeah, you're very intuitive.
yeah, yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yes.
I got a friend that says it to me all the time. Okay, so tell us about the process of other companies seeing what you're doing, seeing you're a disruptor, because that's a good thing. You're disrupting how this particular industry has functioned. It's the same thing that I do with the hemp industry here in Georgia. Um, Tell us about that process
Yeah.
of people, or not people, but businesses wanting to value out, and why is it that you stand firm on not selling?
Yes. So basically, when you do, for those who don't know, when you go with a lab, you can, sell your ingredients or your little package to other businesses so that they can go on and create your products and stuff like that. But my thing is, like, I'm just in the beginning, one.
Mm-hmm.
So like I got way more coming, and so it's like I have way more value and way more things, and I think that's something I didn't think about in the beginning when I was, because I think about things that I could have done different, which I'm thankful for my journey, but things that I could do different that I'm now applying to the future.
Mm-hmm.
And when I first started, I was teaching other estheticians, which I'm thankful I did, teach them how to go to the lab themselves, but I could have been wholesaling automatically. So I was like, okay, I need to figure out how I'm still in control. And one of the things when you said generational wealth, that's really what I'm doing here. I don't have children yet, but I'm working hard for my kids now that aren't here.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would like them to have this company, and whether I wind up doing in the future 51% for it and selling it that way, but still having control. And they can run it. But I always love that, like, it's Black owned business and I help other Black businesses. So that is something that I want to keep. And I don't want to sell out that way. I just don't.
Yeah, I believe, as we create these great things, like one, I don't think Bob Jackson should have sold BET. I don't think, a lot of these different things that are ours as a community, as a culture, that we shouldn't have sold out on. And I get it, what I'm saying? I have a business degree, so I get it. A lot of different people have different exit strategies, but I do think that we should hold on to something, regardless of what it is, and pay it forward for our culture to be able to, really take ownership in something. Have you gotten to the point where, other people, well, actually, let's talk about this first. So when you started doing it and, you started this process of the business, what was everybody's like reaction? Was your inner circle supportive of what you was doing? There was like, I don't know if you should be able to, you should do that, or, that's too much of a tightened industry and too many, national and worldwide brands are already in that particular space that, you wouldn't be able to cause much disruption. Like, how was that, process?
It's funny. Like, I realized I don't be listening to anybody. I just be like, oh, I want to do this. I'm going to do this. I think that, as far as my inner circle, I say this, I don't think I've said this publicly that much, but my husband and my mom are like they're like blind followers of me. They're like, anything you do, we support you, totally in on anything you do. Even in the beginning, my mom would do the cards and stuff like that. Now she does it, but like, just having that support is good. I think that in the industry, people were scared to do this. It's like a scary thing of like, oh, well, I don't know how this, or I don't have this, And I was just like, I'll figure it out. Like, I will figure it out. It's very possible. I think that, not everyone sees it. And even still, like in your personal life, not everyone sees what you're doing but it's okay. Like, I just keep going,
Yeah, tunnel vision, so just keep the blinders on, block them out the way.
Yeah.
You have Stacy Kiara Calloway say, "Oh my God, I love her."
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, so what's something that you've learned just having your own practice and developing a product that you necessarily didn't know? Because regardless of the research that we do and how we approach our ideas and turning them tangible, until we start doing it, we just don't know. You can't prepare for business. There's no way you can like 100% prepare for business. What is something that you learned that was a shocker, or, like, oh, I didn't really, know that this particular thing was in this industry, or,
I'm trying to think of like one to say, because,
okay, well, whatever, you can name 5 things, you can name 5.
All right, just start naming them off.
Yeah, just lots of experience here.
Well, I think that, I set out to just wax people and have a product. Like, I was not that big on social media. I was like, it just gets me clients to come into the salon. And so I think that I realized that I have to change too. Like, what people are asking of me, I need to change. Like, I gotta evolve. And so that's what happened. So when I had been a trainer for other companies, like I would train their estheticians and stuff like that. So I always had that skill. But when I came out with the path, other estheticians like really were like, oh, I want to learn from you. I want to learn from you. And that's where it started to like training them. So it was like, okay, I need to evolve and do that. And so one thing I've learned is just evolve. And then what people are asking for, give them. And you'll be successful in it. For like, if somebody's asking for something, because that's how really I started wholesaling, was like, I just started getting requests of like, oh, I want to offer these pads. I was like, okay, let's wholesale. And then it's like, okay, it's snowball. So just listening to people. A lot of the pad, like I told you, I didn't start out with these exact pads, but a lot of the changes are from my actual clients. So one
Hmm.
thing I love that I do, or I take pride in, is that this product is my client's product.
Yeah.
They have put in so much, like, oh, this and this. And like anytime I get feedback, I just like, oh, put in my feedback folder, because
Hmm.
I'm going to go back and, because I'm always changing, I'm always like improving. And so, just really understanding that if I just listen to my clients and what they want, I will be able to serve them and be able to do this forever. I mean, that's business, right? Like if you just
Yeah.
figure out what people want, but just really, finding out I have that. And then one thing I've also learned is that taking days off and like
Mhm.
not working so hard is okay, and it actually helps me in the long run, because
Mhm.
I think I was like, trying to go.
Mhm.
I talked to a lot of business owners, everybody trying to go, but then if you're just like, okay, this is a marathon, I
Mhm.
gotta, I'm gonna be doing this a while, so I don't need to burn out right away. I can just
Yeah.
enjoy the time. So that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned, especially with everything shutting down. I realized like I got to sit down and think, okay, I would like to
Mhm.
preserve my body so I can provide the best and be the best and be mentally there for people. So
Yeah.
those are some of the things I've learned.
That's what's up. So, how did COVID affect you from, what I'm saying, the standpoint of, that business, people come in and you service them? Um, I know some people's online businesses that actually, they thrive because people are now ordering a lot more online, and we've seen the upswing in that, and people being even way more comfortable ordering online as well.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So I shut down the salon,
Hmm.
and it was such a blessing, because it was like I could take care of myself. I was working 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and I wasn't eating lunch. And I was like,
Oh yeah,
it
yeah.
was almost like a blessing. Like, here's time off to like,
Hmm.
and what it made me do was really focus on online. So I started, doing more skin consultation calls, and I was teaching people, or like even husbands and boyfriends, how to wax their
Hmm.
significant other on Zoom. Um, and then I just sold more pads. So like, and that during that time, I was able to improve the formula and make it my own. So that really gave me the time to like, okay, I have the time to sit down and do this. So
Hmm.
it really helped me. It's like, it's what I needed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's up. So, what's a typical day? The day in the life of running your businesses.
A typical day, because
Uh huh.
most days aren't that typical, but what I'll
Yeah, yeah.
say,
I was gonna say, most days are not that typical, but like because I don't think people really get to understand. Like, okay, so I have on paper I have 7 businesses.
Mhm.
Five of them are active. 2 of them are placeholding right now, just until I get some things going. So, like this morning, I dropped off my kids. Then I went and I shot a skit for a production company where I shoot skits and stuff that I tied back into my hemp business, because I can't promote hemp on Facebook and Instagram because they threaten to close down my accounts, which,
Oh yeah.
whatever. Yeah. That's just my thing with them. And also TikTok too. You get on my nerve. But anyway, I'll get on that soap opera. Um, and then, I have my interviews that I do for my radio show. And then I have marketing. I have a marketing company where I actually market businesses and promote them for the business, whatever campaigns and stuff like that. So, I just have all these different things that I'm doing throughout the day. So like, what's a typical, or somewhat typical?
So, a day where I'm going into the salon is I get up, and I recently just started doing workouts at 5 a.m.
Okay.
So I work out, then I'll do my makeup. And what I'll do now, what I've been doing is going on live while I do my makeup. So I've been going on TikTok, and I just start working. So that is work, because I'm answering questions and stuff like that, and that generates sales, people coming in.
Hmm.
And then I'll, eat, go to the salon, take clients, whether I do a lot of Brazilian waxes, facials, chemical peels, do
Hmm.
that. And then I'll go live on Instagram because my goal is to go live every single day. So I'll go live, and then, it'll be some type of topic. So some topic about waxing, or some topic about the products. And then I will do some admin, get home at a good time. Like every day is kind of different. Some days I'm like, the other day I got home really late, but I'll do admin, different things. Thankfully, my shipping's all done by my packaging manager, shipping manager. So it's like, I don't really have to worry about that stuff. Just like, little admin things, or if we need to go on a call together, we handle that stuff. And there are times where I batch my content for Instagram and social media. So that gets done in one, setting. And so that is a typical day. And then on Tuesdays specifically, I'll do like my calls, like consulting other estheticians, and then doing skin consultations for those who don't live in California. So those are like, the Tuesdays is like more my call day. And then the other days, in the salon. And then I open up Fridays. So like today's Friday, I open up Fridays for like this, but then I can like chill afterwards. And, like today, since I've been working, I got to take care of my body. I'm getting a massage later on. So
Yeah. So do you have other estheticians and stuff in your salon? Or is it just you?
So I share a room with another esthetician, and then we do, like, we're actually, partnering together. She's another Black esthetician, and we're doing spa parties together. But I plan on hiring, bringing on interns, and then hiring from that. That's the next thing that
I love interns. I have a counseling business with my wife and my mother-in-law, and we had it for like 11 years now. And that's actually how we grew our business. That's one of the ways we grow our business, through internships with the bachelor levels and master levels. Because they got great. First of all, they got great skills that they learned. Learn how to do like assessment reports from scratch and everything. But we also got the work that we needed from them as well, as far as servicing clients and just moving things forward. So interns, man, I love them. I love that process of it, especially when you find good ones. And we've had some to where we were able to hire them as well once they got done and things of that nature, because they help generate revenue sources or whatever. So I was like, I tell interns that all the time. I was like, look, if you come in here and no matter what business I have, whoever's interning, and you can figure out a revenue stream while you're interning, best believe I'm not going to let you go. I'm going to do everything in my power to try to.
I love that.
Yeah. And actually, I taught a class on that too. But anyway, this isn't about me. Did you get okay, so I'm sure, have you noticed like how people look at you differently now? Because I already know where you're going with that. Just by the nod of your head. Okay. So you confirmed it, but yeah, so I can imagine people look at you a little differently now. One, because you've been able to grow your social media following, but two, you have a successful business, and people see that. So do they react to you a little differently now?
Yeah. Sometimes it's funny, like people will come in and be like, I can't believe you, like new people, they'll just be like, oh, I can't believe you message me back, or like, it's so crazy to see you in person. And I'm just like,
yeah, I'm just doing me.
it's just me. Or like, there's the first time where I was like, we were in Vegas and somebody came up to me and they were like, you wax, huh? And usually I'm wearing something that is my business. Like, all stuff that's 3B waxing,
Yeah.
And but I didn't have anything, and I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh yeah, we follow you. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so I've noticed that like people around me, like, and they like, when you first start a business, everyone's like kind of like, oh, not on board, or like, what you're saying, or the question you asked earlier. And then like, as you continue to grow and get, popular, people that have been around you, like all of a sudden, are like, oh, okay. Like, yeah.
Yeah. As long as y'all, what was it, Brenda just said, let's see, what she say? Oh, Brenda said, well, she actually said a lot of different stuff, but her last comment was, yes, sweetie, stay humble. Um, let's see here. Can you offer letters of recommendations? Okay, so let's see here. Says, yeah, she just seeing this. Yes, partnering with educational institutions would be wonderful. Also, can you offer letters of recommendations? Is that for me or is that for uh, Becca, Miss Brenda? I had her on earlier this week. Also, I bought your books. I meant to post that. Yeah, I'm always out here supporting. Oh, okay. So let me ask you that. Do you feel your support is reciprocated? Because like I said, I'm even through technology, I'm feeling your vibes, right? So I feel like you're really out there supporting other Black businesses. Do you
Mhm.
feel that's reciprocated on
Um,
yours?
yes, and you know what? I in the beginning I didn't. But I think I wasn't. So I didn't even know if there was a lot of Black people in Orange County. So then I
Okay.
started connecting with. I connected with the girl that we share a room with, and I was like, I
Hmm.
need to find where the Black people are.
Hmm.
And so that was a little bit of like, I need to be visible, right? I need to
Hmm.
show up. But yes, I really felt that support. And it's just, I think that's what's exciting to me too, especially when I train other estheticians. I'm like, I want to like teach on stuff that's not taught, like but waxing our hair. Like there's
Hmm.
differences. And so I just love, you know, doing it. And then I do feel the support and it's just continued to grow.
That's what's up. Um, where do you see like yourself going, or what do you set like a specific goal for your businesses now? Because you see, what I'm saying, you're getting real time information, especially when you interact with all your clients, and that's how you was able to see the opportunity for creating a product. Now that you've put the product out there and you're getting all this feedback, now you're seeing other opportunities. So, are you setting certain goals that you want to accomplish? Do you want a multi-million dollar product line, $1 billion
Yes.
product line?
Yeah. Yes. So I have been asked to have more products. Like I people have asked me for other products. Like I
Hmm.
obviously sell other companies, but they've asked for me to make something for them. So I'm like,
Hmm.
that's on my list of like that's the next thing to do.
Hmm.
This year. I also, I do the 3V Waxing show on Instagram. I have seen the vision already of me having a show. So I'm going to continue to do that because,
Okay.
I get a lot of eyes and there are people, there's a celebrity that saw me there. I mean, you saw me, like there are
Hmm.
so many people who see what I do and just watching. And so I
Hmm.
know if I continue, then the right opportunity and the right time will come together where it will be a show and then I can help other
Hmm.
estheticians um, doing more products and then also getting my whole product line in other spas as well as having more locations. And then one of the things that I want to see in the future is having a building, more buildings, because I just believe Black people need to have land and then have my
Hmm.
businesses have land.
Hmm.
And then, yeah, those are the things that I really see happening because I'm like, I don't have such a timeline, but I know that all that stuff I want to happen before I have children. So like,
Hmm.
and then, still teaching estheticians as well, because a lot of that is my programs and courses and stuff that are online. So it's
Hmm.
like, okay, having those kind of things, maybe, get the building and then, have the kids. But I do plan on having kids in the future. So I'm very conscious of
So,
that.
so very ambitious. So that's what I love to hear. I love hearing very ambitious, things, because we can accomplish a lot. There's a lot that we can do.
Mhm.
Our only limitation is our imagination, and I believe in it. So yeah, so I could talk for you forever, but of course, I told you I got another interview. I got
Man,
a prep for.
I've been enjoying this.
But I definitely I'm thinking about putting together like a business panel discussion during the summer or something like that, and it could be via Zoom and all that, and have different people give their perspective on business, and putting it on Facebook and all that. So, would you participate in something like that, or?
I would love to. Yes, I would.
Okay, cool. So definitely gonna stay in touch. But let everybody know, where can they go and get your products? Where can they go and follow you on Instagram and all that lovely stuff?
Yes, so I am on Instagram every single day. I give tips, information about skin waxing, and then business advice for other estheticians. So that's at 3B Waxing on Instagram. It's also on TikTok as well. I have a lot of waxing videos on TikTok, and I go live there as well. So if you want to just have me talk about skincare while I'm doing my makeup, that's where I go live at 3B Waxing. And then to order the pads, you can go to 3bwaxing.com, 3bwaxing.com, 3bwaxing.com. And then I am in the state of Santa Ana. I just recently moved to Anaheim. I'm in Anaheim, California. If you want to come out and get waxing services, I use hard wax, which is gentle on the skin, chemical peels to even out the skin tone, and then facials. So I would love to have your audience and everyone come in.
That's what's up. Rebecca, thank you, like I said again, for doing the interview. I've enjoyed myself. I'd like to talk about some more stuff in the future. Like I said, I'm definitely going to reach out when I put together this panel and things of that nature. But yeah, y'all go out there, y'all support, especially us. Support us. There's nothing wrong with supporting Black. Keep that Black dollar circulating in our community.